Yesterday, we have signed an historic accord to establish a commission.
The commission was made operational yesterday, and it is actually designed to
change the conversation from one of vague voluntary commitments to legally binding obligations and compensation.
The International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea is now in session. L'audience du Tribunal international du droit de la mer est ouverte.
At its third meeting on 26 August 2022, the Commission of Small Island States on Climate Change and International Law decided to request an advisory opinion from the tribunal.
For almost 30 years, small island states have been arguing about the impact of climate change, and there's been little response. And that is what has actually forced us now to have this complementary pathway, this legal pathway, in order to accelerate the climate diplomacy that is taking place with these various COPs.
In my time, I've seen, beaches have started to disappear completely. I'm seeing that the coastline in Antigua looks different than it did when I was a kid, and that was only about 10 years ago. So give it 20 more years or 30 more years, what's gonna happen?
So I'm also a mother to a 1-year-old daughter of the Pacific. I'm hopeful that she will be able to return to her ancestral homeland and know that she still has a place there and that it still exists for her to enjoy. And at the same time, I'm worried that it may not be there anymore for her.
1982, UN recognized the Convention of the Law of the Sea and the importance of this trial so that people are aware of their obligations.
Life is complicated and it involves difficult choices. We're all familiar with the propensity of governments to explain that their past promises cannot be fulfilled because of unforeseen developments or the need to balance competing demands or to pursue more urgent or important objectives. That is the nature of politics. But we are not politicians. The duty of the lawyer is to say, honestly and plainly, what the law is.
One of the main imperatives in their mandate is to address a fundamental inequity. And that fundamental inequity is that this group of specially affected countries, these small island states, contribute minimal levels of GHG emissions. They're contributing minuscule amounts to the problem, and yet they are experiencing the most cataclysmic, catastrophic, and even existential harm.
The world is in the middle of an unprecedented revolution, and that's the only way one can describe it. And that revolution is among the grassroots. It's from the bottom up. And those who have traditionally been on the margins of power are rising up, they're uniting, and they're making their voices heard.
We hope that this decision will be a landmark which other tribunals will follow, and so that the obligations, moral obligations, but increasingly the legal obligations will follow from that too.
Either a unified humankind does what is necessary now to address climate change, or it will be forced to do so after unimaginable catastrophes leave no other choice.